Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this your daily go getimism number 685 for August 18, 2016. Tonight I want to talk to y'all about a little something different than I talked about on the radio show this morning. Because I actually got a little sidetracked this morning. I couldn't really remember how I wanted to structure the show, but now I remember, so we're going to get it right during this video. As long as the hood love me. That's the title of this video. As long as the hood love me. Now, the reason that we're talking about this is because a lot of times, okay, a couple of weeks ago we did a video where we did a show called Stuck in the Hood. And that was a question. Stuck in the hood? Like, do you get stuck in the hood? Well, some people do get stuck in the hood. But not necessarily stuck in the hood because of economic reasons or because they don't know any better. But sometimes we get so comfortable where we are. We get used to things being the way that they are that we think that the rest of the world is that way. And when we actually do go out to the rest of the world and explore whatever, we take a lot of our local habits, our local ways of living, and our local thoughts, and we think that they can apply everywhere. And there are some fundamental things that I think apply in any neighborhood that you come from, like friendliness. Maybe a city like Philadelphia, where I come from, is not as friendly as we would like it to be, but when you encounter somebody who is friendly towards you, you are friendly towards them back. So, being neighborly, accommodating on some level. I'm being helpful, normal things. Being concerned about your children, the youth, trying to set them up to have a better future than we may have had in our past. Simple things. It's not rocket science. It's not like a big thing. But there's some things that we concern ourselves with, and they probably are consistent in any neighborhood that you go to. Now, the way it plays out may be different than other places. So when we been in the hood for so long, and we think that the way that we act, the way that people accept each other, and for the reasons that they accept each other, we think that is the norm everywhere that we go. So we may, like, I'm from Philly. Now, if I go down south, and I think that the way that I talk is going to be okay down south, I may find out that maybe sometimes I have to repeat myself because they may not understand me as well. So, I have to make an adjustment there. It doesn't mean that I have to start talking like I'm from down south, but I have to adjust my mode of communication so I can communicate more effectively with the people that I'm talking to. It's only going to work for me, not against me. So, you have to kind of understand some things. Maybe some of the things that offend people up here don't offend people down south, or maybe it's the reverse. Maybe some of the things that I don't find to be offensive up here maybe might offend somebody out south. I mean down south, or out in the Midwest, or on the West Coast, or up north, So you have to sort of know where you come from and engage the people where you come from and where you go. It's probably better not to say too much so you can get a feel of how people interact with each other. You're going to learn more by listening than talking any day. Of course, sometimes we're hard-headed on that, and we think that the way that we are is the way that everybody has to accept us. Now, there is some legitimacy to when people say, take me as I am. But it doesn't mean that if you are an asshole, that people should take you as you are. So you have to sort of exercise and represent some of the home training that you've had. It's not a bad thing. Because if you don't do that, then you could run into problems with people. People may not receive you very well. They may not like you. They may avoid you. Or they may hurt you. I have examples. Okay. There was a young guy that I knew when I was growing up. And when he got into his 20s and everything, he was selling drugs. He was actually selling drugs as a teenager, and then into his 20s and stuff, and he was selling drugs. And he was a very aggressive drug dealer. He wasn't your average just want to make a couple of dollars and keep your nose clean. He was very aggressive. He was violent. He was a bully. He was a bully, guerrilla type drug dealer. Now, he went to another region of the country, out of town. He was doing some things out of town, and trying to work some things out, and he wound up coming home in a body bag. And it's a tragedy on a lot of fronts, but I can't say that I didn't expect that to happen, because he didn't know how to talk to people. He didn't know how to deal with people. He was too aggressive. He didn't have any touch on the way that he dealt with people. So where he went, people wasn't having that, and they smoked him. Sad story, true story, 100% true story. And when I got the word back about what happened to my man, it was like, yeah, he went up there, trying them dudes out, and they wasn't having it. And it wasn't even a big city. But you can't, those scare tactics that he used here was with the people that he knew and who knew him, and there was a hint of fear of him by those people that he knew. But these new people weren't going for that. They didn't know to be scared of him. Either that or they just confronted their fears, and they confronted their fears by attacking. He got killed. R.I.P. But that's the clear-cut example of at least the hood love me, because the way that you are, if you're not able to take those habits and those ways of yours to other people, other places, and meet other people and deal with other people with those ways, actions, and habits of yours, you can always come home where they work again. Because as long as the hood love me, you good. So we just have to, like I said, man, we have to exercise our home training and treat people decently. Notice I didn't say treat people how we want to be treated, because everybody doesn't want to be treated nice. Some people aren't used to all of that. Some people want to be treated just the way they want to be treated. So sometimes it's a good idea to ask, what's the best way to deal with a person? Let them tell you. That way you don't get it wrong. A lot of times we don't want to do that. Like, nah, I'm going to show you my brand of treating people. Well, good luck. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And just remember, when it comes to, the habits, your ways, the way that you deal with people locally, doesn't always work nationally or internationally. You have to make adjustments. You have to treat people the way they want to be treated. You have to open up your mind a little bit. Let some new stuff in. Introduce some new stuff to other people, but only the good stuff, not your old personal way. You know what I'm saying? Unless somebody hires you for your brand of person, or for your brand of personality, just give them the good points. Let's see what happens. Get your foot in the door. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Alright, so that's all I wanted to say tonight. You know what I'm saying? At least the hood love me, though. I'm good to go around here. You know what I mean? You don't like me in Pittsburgh, but I'm good in Philly. I'm cool. These suckers anyway. Just playing with y'all. Pittsburgh is good. That was just an example. I'll holler at y'all. Mind Right Body Better Fitness Program, baby. UrbanTherapyWithSon.com, baby. You know what I'm saying?